Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another We Go podcast video. I am your host, Taria. So, listen, y'all know that I have a podcast, or for those of you that have been watching me doing the YouTubes, and for those of you that are subscribed to the podcast, y'all know that I host a podcast. What else is going on? That's where We Go, WEIGO, comes from. It's an acronym. Um, the podcast episodes come out every Tuesday and every Friday. I posted an episode this morning, and I was supposed to post the video version of it on YouTube, but there was a problem with the video, and I was the problem. Y'all, I worked not even all day yesterday, but I have been like child dragging, right? So I worked, I did my little gig work, made myself go to the gym, had my little Red Bull, came home, recorded the video. So I had the MP4, so the hubby, AKA producer hubby, could turn it into the MP3 for the audio version and the YouTube for the video. I believe in being transparent. I believe in letting people see you who you are. I don't use filters. If I'm in somebody else's picture or video and they use the filter, I don't do that. But y'all wasn't getting that video. When I say tired, y'all would have been like, Taria, I need you to close your computer and go to sleep. So the video version was not posted. But if you subscribe to the audio version, what else is going on wherever you find your podcast? Spotify, I was going to say Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever, Amazon Podcasts, you can get the not just the notifications, but get the podcasts when they come out every Tuesday and Friday. So if y'all would please do that for me, I would be so grateful. And I was going to say, for any podcast listeners watching, subscribe to the YouTube, because you may be just watching without subscribing. So please subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. It's a great way to support me without having to without having to kick out any money. So y'all, let's get into it. I just came from the gym, took a quick shower. I am so, I'm not even gonna say I'm tired. My body is sore. It's a lot. Like, we got to do cardio, right? Cardio is not enough. You got to do weights, but you got to do the right weights. You got to do your arms, your back, your chest, but then you got to do the bottom, it's like, it's a lot that we got to do. But I'm choosing to look at it like I'm grateful that I'm able to move my body and do all this stuff. But your girl is sore. But I want to get into some topics that came across my feed, page 6, all that good stuff. And I want to talk about them with y'all. So first up, let's talk about the beautiful Kelly Rowland. So it looks like Hoda Kotb addressed Kelly Rowland's Today Show walk-off, offers to share dressing room. Now, remember, it was leaked that Kelly Rowland walked off the set of Hoda and Jenna because of the dressing room situation. Kelly has not come out and said anything, but Hoda and Jenna sure had a conversation today. So, according to page 6, says, his mouse is, okay, here we go. Hoda Kotb is shaking off Kelly Rowland leaving the Today Show right before they were supposed to co-host the 4th hour last week. I just want to say this. I have great love and admiration for Kelly Rowland. I adore her, and I adore her, and I want her to come back on our show, and I want her to host again, Kotb said on Tuesday with Hoda and Jenna. Kotb's co-host, Jenna Bush Hager, who had taken the day off last Thursday when Rowland was set to fill in, agreed that the singer is welcome anytime, adding, "She's the best." Of course she is. Of course she is. She can share my dressing room. We'll be in it together, Hoda said while laughing, referring to page 6's exclusive story about Kelly being unhappy with her backstage quarters. So that's interesting for Hoda to say, if she comes back, she can share my dressing room. We'll be in it together. So that kind of like lends credence to this story about Kelly being unhappy with her dressing room, which she has every right to be. She has earned the right to be. And but anyway, I just want to say we love her. We've loved her on this show for many, many years, Hoda continued. Jenna then reflected on the first time the co-host had Rowland on as a guest on their show when both of them begged her to please host with us one day. Rowland's absence left Hoda and the rest of the Today Show scrambling for a co-host, but luckily Rita Ora, who was scheduled to appear for an interview promoting the new season of The Masked Singer, stepped in for the former Destiny's Child member. On another note, too, we just want to give a shout out to Rita Ora, who kind of came in at the last second and really did a phenomenal job. So we have great women on this show. Jenna also applauded Hoda for handling the ordeal with grace and joked that she won't take a day off until 2026. I was going to say, you're not allowed. That's your last day off for months and months and months. So it's almost like a little bit of a, let's address the Kelly thing without really addressing the Kelly thing. Let's kind of make a joke about it. By the way, Jenna, you can't take off any more days. And Kelly, we'll share a dressing room together. We love you. So I just thought that was interesting. Like, what's funny is Kelly went on the Sherri Shepherd show, and Page Six reported on it and said, Kelly Rowland found comfort at Sherri. On Tuesday, Sherri Shepherd shared a clip of her successful interview with the former Destiny's Child member, but fans couldn't help but comment on the fact that the talk show host must have given her a better dressing room to get her to stay following her abrupt departure from the Today Show last week. So somebody commented, I guess her dressing room was acceptable, prompting Sherri Shepherd to respond from her personal account, writing, oh, we gave her a gorgeous room with a heart. It is Calandria Rowland with 3 fire emojis. I know that's right. So Kelly said, I'm going to come on and show up for Sherri, and Sherri did her just right. Let's talk about Mr. Tom Sandoval, and the news probably heard around the world, around the internet. Tom Sandoval is a cast member on Vanderpump Rules, and we know that last season Scandoval broke, and he slept with him and Raquel's shared best friend. I'm sorry, him and Adriana's shared best friend, Raquel. She was supposed to be their best friend, and he ended up sleeping with her. Well, today was it? I'm going to get the exact date. It was either today or yesterday. But according to Radar Online, tone-deaf Vanderpump Rules star Tom Sandoval compares his affair scandal to O.J. Simpson and George Floyd cases. So, say what? Tom Sandoval allegedly believes his affair with Raquel Leviss should be studied in history books alongside the O.J. Simpson and George Floyd cases, clumsily comparing his decision to step out on his longtime girlfriend, Ariana Maddox, with America's obsession. I'm sorry. So he thinks that his affair should be studied in the history books alongside O.J. Simpson and George Floyd cases, and wants America's obsession with the ex-NFL star murder trial and George Floyd's killing. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back. Okay, let's start over. Tom Sandoval allegedly believes his affair with Raquel Leviss should be studied in history books alongside the O.J. Simpson and George Floyd cases. Clumsily, yes, comparing his decision to step out on his longtime girlfriend, Ariana Maddox, with America's obsession with the ex-NFL star murder trial and George Floyd's killing, Radar Online has learned. Speaking candidly, a little too candidly, with the New York Times, Sandoval had a delusional answer when he was asked why he thought the cheating scandal, famously coined Scandoval, got so big. I have to say, side note, what's interesting to me is that he's speaking to the New York Times about this. He says, I'm not a pop culture historian, really, but I witnessed the O.J. Simpson thing and George Floyd and all these big things, which is really weird to compare this to that, I think. But do you think in a weird way it's a little bit the same? Slow blink. You know those dolls that when you tilt their head back, they blink slow? That's how I'm blinking right now. I'm going to read it again. He said, I'm not a pop culture historian, really, but I witnessed the O.J. Simpson thing and George Floyd and all these big things, which is really weird to compare this to that, I think. But do you think in a weird way it's a little bit the same? No, we don't think it's remotely the same at all. Irana Alexander, who interviewed Sandoval, added a note to the article and attempted to give him the benefit of the doubt about his inconceivable response. I think I knew what he meant, she wrote. He was trying to express the oddity of becoming the symbolic center of a nationwide discussion and a major news story. What he communicated instead was something more honest, which is just how much the experience had made him lose perspective. Alexander, the interviewer, Alexander, also revealed that a representative from Bravo got word about Sandoval's interview and was concerned before the story even made it to press. A Bravo publicist rang me late on Friday. Some of what Sandoval had said had gotten back to Bravo, and everyone was concerned. What was it that he said about O.J. Simpson and George Floyd exactly? Understandably, the reality star, who was labeled one of the most hated men in America after his months-long affair was exposed last year, is already getting backlash for his comments. Tom Sandoval comparing himself to O.J. Simpson and George Floyd is so on brand, it's hard to even make a joke about. Also, it's just so clear that he is actually dumb. One person responded on X, formerly known as Twitter. Somebody else said, why is Tom Sandoval comparing himself to O.J. Simpson and George Floyd? Please, STFU. Another user said, Tom Sandoval, are you a masochist? And if not, why did you compare yourself to O.J. Simpson and George Floyd, who you also shouldn't have compared to each other, which is a good point, during Black History Month, question mark, question mark, question mark. The problem for me with Tom Sandoval is that he seems like he considers himself this wealth of wisdoms with analogies. And I'm could be saying that wrong, but I feel like he fancies himself like so wise, and he never just answers a question. He always feels like he has to come in with like an analogy or a metaphor or something, instead of just, when he was asked the question, saying, you know, we're in a time and age with social media and people wanted to know what was going on, because see, if he did that, he would then have to take accountability again for what he did, right? So instead, he tries to give this answer that is totally absurd. I does he I don't know. I can't even, because I don't want to sound just as stupid as he did. But there is an update. Following the backlash, Tom Sandoval told Radar Online, my intentions behind the comments I made in the New York Times Magazine were to explain the level of national media attention my affair received. The comparison was inappropriate and ignorant. I'm incredibly sorry and embarrassed. And I do believe he posted this in a story. Yeah, it was incredibly inappropriate and ignorant, and you should be embarrassed. Moving on. Let's talk about Brent, which is Miss Nene Leakes' son. I was getting ready to call him Brent Leakes, but I don't think, I'm sorry, Bryson. Let's talk about Bryson Bryant. I was getting ready to call him Bryson Leakes, but it's Bryson Bryant. Nene Leakes' son, Bryson Bryant, sued for $30K in alleged unpaid child support. Ex wants him thrown in jail. Now, y'all, this is according to who else? Radar Online, because they get all of the court cases. The ex of Nene Leakes' troubled son, Bryson Bryant, wants him tossed in jail after claiming he owes her just under $30K in alleged unpaid child support. Simone Davis, whose real name is Aaron S. Davis, filed a lawsuit obtained by RadarOnline.com against Bryson, in which she accused him of failing to pay his court-ordered monthly child support of $708 after being legally declared their son Blaze's biological dad nearly 4 years ago. However, Simone claims that Bryson hasn't paid her a dime in child support, which was supposed to begin on August 1st, 2020, and now the amount has inflated to a whopping $29,736. In the prior order, the respondent was ordered to pay the petitioner $708 a month beginning August 1st, 2020 in child support. And as of this time, owes the petitioner the following amount: $29,736. The lawsuit filed in Gwinnett County, Georgia on February the 2nd reads, Simone says Bryson's able to perform what the court ordered as his child support obligations, and his refusal to do so is willful. That's why she's not only demanding her money, but she's also asking the judge to lock him up in jail. The respondent should be held in contempt and incarcerated for failure to comply with the court's order, the doc state. RadarOnline.com has reached out to Nene's rep for comment. I mean, Nene's rep is probably like, now why am I in it? Reach out to Bryson. Simone threatened to sue Bryson for the alleged unpaid child support when she spoke to RadarOnline.com exclusively in December of 2023. That was just months after Nene's son was arrested for fentanyl possession. She wants him to go to jail. I'm of two mindsets. If he goes to jail, he can't work and pay it. But also, if he goes to jail, we know that he will get bailed out. And if it works in Georgia like it worked in New Jersey, when I lived in New Jersey, she'll get that bail money. I know with my oldest, that happened to me. I've said before that my oldest, I got with my husband when my oldest was 1 year old, but he's raised her like his own. She even legally has his last name now. And there's still child support on the books for the biological, and it's more than 29,000. But whenever he would get arrested, I knew I was getting a check. I didn't pursue it. I don't pursue it because she has a good man in her life that takes care of her. Like I said, my husband. So I didn't pursue it, but I didn't take it off either. And every once in a while, I get a surprise for back child support. So I don't know. We shall see. I'm also wondering if she thinks that Nene is going to pay it so that he doesn't go to jail, and she'll get all that money in one lump sum. So we'll see what happens, Miss Simone. Y'all, did y'all hear about this story? I saw it first thing this morning and I was like, is this for real? Because, sometimes you see stories on social media or somebody may post something and you're like, I need to really look into that and see if this is real. So sometimes I'll just put the headline or the story into Google and see if other credible resources are reporting on it to see. Y'all, so this is from the Shade Room. When I first initially saw it, I forget where I saw it this morning, somewhere. But right now, what I'm going to read you is from the Shade Room. Memphis woman charged after being accused of posting photos of minor daughter performing Brazilian wax on nude women. A Memphis woman is now facing charges after allegedly letting her 5-year-old daughter wax nude women. As the Shade Room previously reported, the images of the incident went viral earlier this week, prompting an investigation. So I don't know if y'all seen the pictures, but there is a picture of legs, a woman's legs, clearly gap open, getting a wax, and this 5-year-old in front of her, like with her face blurred out. Child, when I tell you. According to a tweet shared by the Memphis Police Department on Tuesday, February 20th, a warrant was issued for Jasmine Moss's arrest on February 16th. On Monday, February 19th, the warrant was served. The department adds that Moss has been charged with child neglect and is currently in jail. Additionally, the woman has not been given a bond at this time. Wow. So she's been sitting in jail and hasn't been given a bond. According to Action News 5, the child's name has not been publicly identified, presumably to protect her identity as a minor. Social media users shared their reactions to the mother's alleged actions in the Shade Room's comment section. One said, so we skipped arms, legs, chin, hands, armpits, etc., and went straight to the coochie, put everybody in jail. Another person added, everybody needs to go to jail, mom and client. Third person, y'all are going to learn to stop posting everything online. Second, child labor laws. Third, why would you even expose your child to this? The women that participated, y'all thought this was okay. And that was my thought. The women that laid on the table and allowed this 5-year-old to wax you. So again, as the Shade Room previously reported, the photos of the child waxing adults went viral earlier this month. According to Action News 5, Moss, which is the mother, uploaded the images to her Instagram account to promote her hair removal services. Furthermore, in the post caption, Moss seemingly boasted about her actions and the help she received from her daughter. When I said, now mind you, again, the picture, and I'm sure y'all have seen it, of legs, a woman's legs open, the little girl standing in front of the legs with a blurred out face. This is the caption. When I said I'm passing down seeds and LLCs to my creations, I meant that. I'm going to read it again. When I said I'm passing down seeds and LLCs to my creations, I meant that. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put the money toward whatever her future dreams and aspirations are. So apparently, a lot of people that saw the post reached out to the Memphis Police Department to let them know what was going on and that this minor child was posted up. And I believe in the mother also said that the girl helped her wax from, I think she said like at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something like that, some long, ridiculously long hours. So people reached out to the Memphis police like, hey, this is online. This is what's going on. I'm going to read their tweet again. Memphis Police Department. The Memphis Police Department's Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force has been made aware of images that are viral on social media of a minor performing a wax on a nude female. A joint investigation is underway by MPD and the Department of Children's Services. I think that is just the craziest thing. Like, I understand wanting to create LLCs and pass down businesses and all of that to your daughter, but you really thought it was a good idea for to introduce your 5-year-old to bikini waxing women. And again, I have to wonder about the women that laid on the table and let the 5-year-old do that. I would have been very uncomfortable and been like, we're not going to do this. I would have been uncomfortable with her waxing my eyebrows, mustache, any of that. I wouldn't want her waxing my finger. She's 5, let alone waxing my vagina. And then I don't care if her face is blurred out. You post this online, bragging about creating LLCs and passing down. Like, at what point has social media not really gotten to people's brains for you to think, even if you did that, for you to think to post something like that and think that people would do what? Go ahead, sis, create that generational wealth. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about the story. I think it is so, I'm just like, it is crazy. A 5-year-old, y'all, working more than 8 hours in a day, working more than 8 hours that day, again, giving bikini waxes and Brazilians and whoever to women. Like, is that even, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all so much again for watching the video. I'm about to go eat my spaghetti. I made spaghetti last night. Normally, we don't really do leftovers because I've been trying to be better at cooking just enough for the two. Like when I cook enough for the two of us, but we've been eating out a lot. So he'll grab dinner or rather eating out or getting dinner in since it's just the two of us home right now. So either he'll grab it or last week and the week before, on 2 separate occasions, I had a craving for some sausage and grits. I don't know where it came from. So he went and made me breakfast and some eggs. So he made breakfast for me for dinner. But we are doing leftovers tonight because I made some good spaghetti last night. And I made a lot again. I always misjudge the amount of noodles because it doesn't look like a lot when it's not wet, right? So I'm like, oh, let me just add a little bit more, break it, put it in the pot. And then we have this big old pot of spaghetti. So I went and got another can of spaghetti sauce. Yes, I use Del Monte, but I doctors it up a little bit and put that on there, put it on the stove, warmed it up, and it's just as good as yesterday. My meat was seasoned, so good. So about to go eat dinner and maybe watch some more episodes of Family Business. I blame my mom got me hooked on these shows. And then I got my husband hooked on these shows. So now he's been binging all 5 seasons of Family Business. I think we're up to season four. I think we're up to season 4. I'm ready for the new season to come out. Y'all, thank y'all so much again. Y'all know I love talking to y'all. I love y'all. And I love us for real, my sweet babies. Talk to y'all later.